Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. And I do have a members-only channel with a lot of perks for members, including weekly live workshops with a different manifesting topic each week, weekly live group coaching, a lot of exclusive content, monthly challenges for a chance to win a free one-on-one coaching session with me, and a lot more. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below. In the description box, click on them and they're going to take you to my website or to my membership channel. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, we're going to touch on a topic that is very, very popular among people manifesting their SP, their specific person. And that has to do with wavering. It's a very, very common experience to be wavering in your mental states while you're manifesting your SP. And so people very, very often ask me, how do I stop this? How do I stop wavering? So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So the experience of wavering, meaning you are in your good state, in your aligned state, one moment, or maybe for a few hours, or maybe for a day or two, only to then get back to a non-aligned state, and sometimes this happens in quick succession, is something that is very, very common among people manifesting an SP. This is because manifesting an SP or any romantic relationship tends to bring up a lot of doubt, a lot of fear, a lot of insecurity in people. And especially if you have a backstory with your SP, so you have an old story, you have some old assumptions, you have memories of them, or perhaps they are in your life right now, but the version of them that you're encountering is not exactly what you would like. A lot of people tend to waver significantly between their 4D, their imagination, their imaginal acts, their inner practice, and what has happened or what is happening right now in the 3D. And so, of course, this causes that experience, that unpleasant and unwanted experience of wavering. And of course, people, when they start wavering a lot, they also start worrying that they are ruining their manifestation, or they are delaying their manifestation, or that they're doing something wrong, or that there is something wrong in them and they cannot possibly stay in one aligned state. First of all, let me start by telling all of you something that I've said in some videos, and I've also told the people in my members channel a lot, as well as my one-on-one coaching clients a lot. And that is that there is no state ever that is 24/7, 100% of the time. This is not humanly possible, so you don't want to be putting that kind of pressure on yourself. However, you do want to be attaining self-mastery over some time, mastery of your emotions, mastery of your thoughts, mastery of what stories you choose for yourself and what you claim as true for yourself. And you want to be doing your best to make that your dominant state. So don't worry about 100% of the time. There is no permanent state. However, what you're working towards is attaining a dominant state or states, because it can be a spectrum of states that are aligned with the experience or experiences that you want to have in the 3D. So when you waver, when it comes to your SP, when you're manifesting your SP, that is usually because you are thinking about something that has to do with the 3D, either the old story, either the present circumstances, either things that your SP has said or has done. And so that doesn't allow you usually to stay in the state of the wish fulfilled, or at least stay there long enough. So if you're now here in this position and wondering, how do I stop this? How do I change this? How do I stop the wavering and put myself in an aligned state for most of the time? I'm going to give you a suggestion in this video that takes you deep. It truly puts you into a state where you are feeling empowered, you are feeling like the creator of your reality. And if you cultivate this habit and you apply this suggestion every time you feel yourself wavering, every time you feel yourself departing from states that are aligned with what you want, it's going to become increasingly easier for you to master your states and to call your desired states on demand. And that habit I'm talking about cultivating is getting into the habit of learning to connect with your higher self. In other words, learning to connect with your higher truth when it comes to manifesting your SP. You see, guys, the wavering happens because your ego mind usually takes over. It starts talking to you about the 3D. It starts talking to you about the circumstances, about all the reasons why what you want is impossible, about why what you want cannot happen right now or might never happen, and so on. These are all your ego mind. This is not your highest truth. When you start becoming aware of your ego mind coming in and interjecting itself to try and sabotage your good state, you want to learn and cultivate the habit of starting to connect in that moment with your higher self instead. Ask yourself, is this my truth? Is this my highest truth? What my ego mind is currently telling me? Is this true for me? Is this something that I claim as true for myself? You will find that if you actually start questioning those thoughts that come in, instead of accepting them without questioning and identifying with them and starting to feed them with other thoughts of the same kind and spiraling over that, you will very, very quickly gain clarity and realize and understand that this is not your highest truth. Instead, you will start connecting with your higher self and asking yourself, what is my actual highest truth? Don't be surprised if your higher self answers along the lines of, my SP loves me. That is my highest truth. My SP wants to be with me or wants to be back together with me. That is my highest truth. My SP feels an unshakable connection with me. That is my highest truth. My SP is choosing me. My SP feels the same way as I do. Once you start connecting with that part of yourself, with your highest truth, it will become much, much easier for you to distinguish the lies of your ego from your actual highest truth. And you will become much less overwhelmed and much, much clearer on what you're actually believing and what you're actually claiming as true for yourself. If what your ego is feeding you was your actual highest truth, would you be really feeling so horribly about it? Would you be feeling so low and so down about it? The answer is no. Your highest truth does not hurt. Your highest truth does not make you sad, does not make you agitated, does not make you stressed, does not trigger you. Instead, it feels soothing, it feels comforting, it feels loving, and in a word, it feels amazing. Exactly because it is your highest truth. And this is the reason, you guys, why you were given this desire to be with your SP. Because somewhere, even if it's deep down, you know that you're meant to be with that person. And you know how amazing knowing that actually feels. So your job as a conscious manifestor is to try to distinguish between the lies of your ego and the quiet voice of your higher self that is actually your highest truth. You want to always be going deeper, questioning the lies of your ego if you have to, and always connecting with your higher self, your highest truth, what you actually know to be true for yourself. Do that, cultivate that habit. You will see how much more easily you will be able to overcome your wavering and how much more easy it's going to be for you to stay in the wish fulfilled when it comes to manifesting your SP. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.